only appreciate political book launching. But for whatever we are going to do here today, I want to say I'm very unequivocal that the fact that you have this group of erudite Nigerians here, you are already a successful author. The people you have here today, if you have the Commissioner for Education in Ogun State, and you have a director from Lagos State, and you have Otumba Toyoyeleke, who I'm sure, apart from his supporting very wonderfully educational support in Osun State and in Nigeria, and the husband of the head of National Library in Osun State, and you also have Otumba here, and my very good friend, Rotimi Akishomon, then I can assure you that you have the cream de la cream of educational support in Nigeria. Let me quickly run through the paper I have prepared, which has been circulated. With all protocols duly observed, I want to start with a quotation. All who have accomplished great things have a great aim and have fixed their gaze on a goal which was very high, one which sometimes seemed impossible. This is the saying of Orison Swett Marden. And I also would like to bring you very close home with the sayings of Michelle Obama, that one of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself. From these quotations, I think it has expressed what we are seeing here, that even if you are not seeing people here today, the launching of the book, 11 Codes of Excellence, by someone I will refer to as my friend and my son. A lot of people will be wondering, why should your son be your friend? But of course, my son should be my best friend. And I can tell you that Fredrick is my son, and Fredrick is my friend, because he has shown that we have a lot of things in common. Let me congratulate you, Fredrick, for your efforts and doggedness, and of course, the success in putting this book together. And also, let me confess that my joy today knows no bound for the fact that Nectar 94 Associates, whom I respectfully represent as a past president, and by all honor and humility, I have two other past presidents here represented. The second president of Nectar, Otumba Atoyeleke, a successful man in Akishowo, also a very successful person. That it marks the beginning of our realization of that, our heart desire to also develop the future to everyone here. Interestingly, when I was discussing with Fredrick, he told me that I should pick the topic of my choice for today, because I asked him, I said, what do you want me to talk about? You already presented a book, 11 Codes of Excellence. started about 19 years ago as Nectar 94 Associates. I'd like to recognize the presence of Mr. Kyle who provided this content item.
I'm enjoying with an old student of my own school.
With all honor and humility, we have your colleague, Commissioner for Education for the High Table, and you can come here and down. Let's not give you a round of applause. This is the man that is reducing odor in Lagos. Did I say it? I'm very funny. Let's give you another question. You can imagine, like I said, have the Commissioner for Transport here, and we have directors, and we have business mongols in this form. I think this is how we have it. Like I said, I did a brainstorm standing before you. I have a witness that between myself and Fredrick, since last night, we have not witnessed anything. We're trying to say, what can anybody say when you are launching 11 codes of excellence and you want him to come and speak with this August gathering, although in September? Of course, I decided to say, okay, let's look at the topic, empower focus. The most important thing to achieve within individuals if they are to be successful. And I can tell you, for the Commissioner for Transport and Commissioner for Education, I've had discussions with the Commissioner for Education, and I know all that I've heard and I've seen with the Commissioner for Transport and all that I hear, we are focused let's give a sense with concentration, acting like a lens to focus the energies of individuals or organizations onto accomplishment of those goals. In the words of Richard Katz, when you focus not on what you want, but on what you have, you end up getting more of what you want anyway. And Marcus Buckingham said, to thrive in this world will require of us a new skill. No drive, no shared intelligence, not creativity, but what we require is focus. The word focus, if you look at your dictionary, is synonymous with the word emphasis, attention, efforts, concentration, motivation, application, single-mindedness, and center. Experts have also established that it has two primary meanings. You can refer either to your ability to sort through many factors and identify those that are most critical. To be able to focus well is to be able to filter well. And I'm sure today, the 11 codes of excellence is an attempt to be very well focused. Or it can be referred to the ability to bring sustained pressure to bear. Once you have identified those factors, this is what we call the lesser-like quality of focus. Ladies and gentlemen, every individual is expected to possess the urge in applying focus in life. It is imperative to select the few most crucial goals, that is, to select the few goals that are tough enough important enough and urgent enough to drive action from someone, a group of persons, or business to the attainment of excellence. No wonder we are in the state of excellence. Eko Onibaje. I'm afraid. Eko Onibaje. I have paid my tax. And I'm sure people have no place to hide. The goals are right in front of everyone. Our goal today in Lagos is to continue to achieve excellence. Our goal today in Nigeria is to continue to achieve excellence. The goals for the youth of today, like the young Joe is to achieve excellence. For many people today, and we may have some of us in the call, it seems that life is more complex and challenging than ever. No matter what part of the socio-economic scale they have achieved, even the commissioners here, the pace and price of living, along with the level of stress, have reached all-time high. Somewhere along the line, the good people lost their focus and they feel they are out of control. A major challenge, ladies and gentlemen, facing our youth, and we have the majority in the hall today, and even the well-educated, including myself, is an inability or failure to set goals. Some of us are just there. We don't know what we want. Or we know what we want, but we are not addressing it. In Nigeria today field, whereas the field that can focus their attention on their goals are fulfilled. Many who want to be employers of labor are daily wondering about the streets for non-existent white-collar jobs. A good number of us wants to be officers in ministries, want to be officers in private sector, whereas we are not designed to be so. And I take very good example in the fact that I have one successful man here, October Atolibio Ileke, and God bless you, sir. And I can tell you he's one of the most successful Nigerians we have in this modern Nigeria. A large percentage of those in paid employment are dissatisfied with their jobs. A good number of our youths today do not have dreams for their future, and the few who have dreams neither plan nor be focused well on how best to actualize such dreams, and therefore ended with unfulfilled dreams. Why is this so? But I thank God today that we have a young man in Edmonton, aka Fredrick Joe, that is having his fulfilled dreams. I will tell you more about this when I'm about to finish the speech. Obviously, a lot of youths failed as adults because they do not have properly and purposefully defined goals. They don't have plan, and they have no tenacity of purpose to achieve such goals, thereby giving their lives to chances. These ones, most of the times, query God, why did you create me to be a Nigerian? And the only thing they look forward to is getting a visa to to get away to America. And I'm sure the Transport Commissioner today did not get away to America, and today is a commissioner. The Commissioner for Education did not leave Ikene to get away to America just for them, and is today a commissioner. The director with me today did not just look for visa, and she's a successful person. Let's give a round of applause. And I can tell you they are not querying God. Why did you make me a Nigerian? You can ask them. They are proud to be Nigerians. And so our youth today should look forward to this category of people. Today we have information overload. The world is a global place, and we are filled with information. As we are seated in this hall, you can be talking about what is happening in America. But less time to learn. We don't learn from them. The youths are not learning from them. We have more credit cards today, but less real money and freedom. People have opportunities to borrow. They don't make the best use of them. We want spiritual comfort, but we chafe at religion and all its rules. Morality is at the lowest ebb. We don't want to talk about it, but yet we want good money. We want to have it all. God, family, professional success, inner peace, and no money worries. But we don't want to know how to put the pieces together. We go to churches on Sundays, we go to churches on Wednesdays, and we learn about how to make money. We hear about them, but we don't want to actually sit down and see how successful people have made their successes. No wonder that erudite scholar, Epictetus, said, we all carry the seed of greatness with us, but we need an image as a point of focus in order that they may sprout. We only plant, we don't bother to water them so that they can sprout. The power of focus is a bit very difficult to be managed. We need to focus our attention and energy on a few things while noticing everything. We see every successful people. I told somebody when I was coming in that this is Tumbashe schools. I attended Luba Comprehensive High School in Ijebu-Ode. But the owner of Tumbashe is one man whose blessed soul must rest in peace. But he created Tumbashe and also created Sunday Luba Comprehensive High School that produced somebody like me. And today, I am stepping into Tumbashe for the first time in my life. What have I done to also engage in the legacies of that man? Successful individuals need to seek out the advantages of best desires when also minimizing their disadvantages. You need to be mindfully mindful. The youth of today, my address to you is to be mindfully mindful. Take what you have seen today as a lesson. Take the book launch of today as a lesson that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a stride. Let's give our hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, being focused must be followed through. We will unlock your unique skills with this book today, helping you to spend more time doing what you do best for God, your family, and those at work. You are a Christian, What you can do today, let it not be for tomorrow. And this goes very, very well to the youth. Whatever you can do today, let it not be for tomorrow. Whatever you can achieve today, don't let it set to my hope. And I'm happy that I have Rotary Akishono, a past president, who accepted all my gifts into his home. And my wife is here today. I told her she must be here. And today, it is a different story. I also have Otumba Oyeleke. And when we came into this hall, I met the Commissioner for Education for the first time in my life. And I was telling him I was the chairman of the Economic Summit for Agoiwe. And he was wondering. And I told him, we have made some very wonderful discussions here in the hall, even when nobody was in this hall. And I can tell you that I'm going to make impact through that in my community. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am readily consistent and persistent with what has made me to be a successful man. And I thank the director. She sat quietly as if she's nobody, but she's somebody. The only woman in our midst. Can you give her a round? When you do all this, it will help you to finish what you have started. And this will challenge you not to give up when the going gets tough. I can tell you, everybody on this table will have one testimony or the other to give. Is it in political achievement? Is it in career development? Is it in marital achievement? Is it in name it? They have one story or the other to give you. So youths of today, take this as an opportunity. Thank you. Focus is a hidden driver of excellence. It is the catalyst for breakthrough and extraordinary achievements. What do you find the greatest delight in doing? What are the engagements that makes you happy and fulfilled? What is your passion as a youth and even as an adult? Have you bothered to ask yourself the question further? Where am I coming from? Where am I going? What makes me unique? What inspires me? Providing answers to these questions will surely enable someone to discover himself. Once you have discovered who you are and what you desire, the next fundamental step is to set goals for yourself and pursue the goals with absolute focus. It is absurd to believe that there will be no challenges to be confronted when one is focused. That will be a ruse. However, be rest assured that it is only when you conscientiously, when your consciousness is totally focused on the moment you are in, and then you can receive whatever gift, lesson, or delight that moment has to offer. Focused people surmount challenges and record successes, since it is those few who are focused make choices that changes their lives. The power of remaining focused enables an individual to find more purpose, meaning, and joy of living with the only person, Almighty God's blessing. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the all-time favorite quotes about focus is that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act. If you conscientiously, repeatedly do what you believe in, and you are focused, you will get to where you expect yourself to be. It's often attributed to the philosopher Aristotle. Know that you are the director of your life. Some religious people will say no, but you are the director of your life. It is nobody. They are requesting to be all standing, please. I request the author to be standing. Sorry. It does the author. It is nobody, ladies and gentlemen, that Olabanji Elito Joe Civic, the one referred to as Fredrick Joe. Can we chorus that name? Fredrick Joe. I can hear you very well. If you hear that name anywhere in the world tomorrow, it's the same as Olabanji Elito Joe Civic. Because very soon, I'm sure, before the end of this month, we'll be running this master's degree program outside Nigeria. As a focus youth, wrote his first book. This is not his first book. This is the second. He wrote his first book titled The Proficient Beginning at the age of 19. Let's give him a hand. When he was just a 200 level student of Ayo Babalola University here in Nigeria. Today, at the age of 23, a full-fledged graduate of economics, and he did not do so badly in economics. He made 2-1 in economics. He has also written his second book, The 11 Codes of Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that this feat is not a main achievement. It's an achievement that is what is why. But the challenge to the youths present here today is that you can make a difference only when you are determined and very well focused. I will therefore leave you with the quotes of my erudite scholars, Henry Emerson, that no horse gets anywhere until he is harnessed. No steam or gas to light and power until it is turned. And no light ever grows great until it is focused, dedicated, and disciplined. And also, the idea that you please take a seat. What you choose to focus your mind on is critical because you become what you think about most of the time, says Noel Nichols. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, in today's very challenging economic environment, we are inundated by a sea of distractions. Don't be distracted by people who are not here. Attention has become a mental ability under siege. We need to get smarter about how to maintain our focus for success and excellence in all our chosen endeavors. And I would like to say this. As Christians, and those who are here, you know the history of the man we call Elisha. Elisha was focused. He was determined. He knew what he wanted. And he did not mind the challenges he was going to face. And he got what he wanted. And he remained a successful prophet. I want to thank you very much for your listening.
Mayor Harry Adewi.
The ultimate search, the director. Also to recognize Mrs. Semi Mamadele.
like we all know, we are here for this book launch. I'm just here to tell you a little about the main man, why we are all seated here, and thank you all for coming to listen to what I'm going to say. Thank you very much. Okay, about the author, Fredrick Joe. Born Joe Semiola Bamiji Editor. He's a graduate of economics from Joseph Hayababalola University, that's Jabo. I'm sure you all know that university is a great university. He recently gained admission in the Dubai Business School for MBA. Business School, MBA in Finance. He's a motivational and inspirational speaker. He has spoken in several associations and on various topics across life to different classes of people, but most frequently students. You all know this is more of youth, you need to develop people. So Joe is a poet and a writer. He's the author of the book, The Proficient Beginning, a book of 16 poems. He has led various spreads of his life and at several capacities. He has once been the General Secretary of the Nigerian Economic Students Association, NESA, Jabo chapter. He is the founder and the current president of the Nucleation Club. He is the publisher and the chief editor of the Campus Real Talk magazine. He was the president of his corporate community development service group. He was also the president of Winners Scholar Fellowship Ilobo. You all should appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. He is one of the directors of the Ferdinand Bureau de Change. That's big point. Bureau de Change Company, and one of the members of the board of governors of the Great Flower School. I'm sure. He's regarded as a mentor by many, and even by those closest to him. Thank you very much.
Okay, to call out the author of the day, Fredrick Joe. Please, round of applause.
Starting humble and my heart is gladdened by the presence of dignitaries, political giants, socialites, big statuses in the house today, just to honor this occasion, book launch of the 11 Courts of Excellence. Starting from the Honorable Commissioner for Transport, Lagos State, Honorable Kyle Fasa, the Commissioner for Education, Honorable Sheikh Rubena of the state, my mother of the day, my very good mother, director for one of the leading ministries in Lagos State, Mrs. Poe, and my father too, the guest speaker of today, Mr. Shehe Ujobi, and my big father, one of the big launchers of today, Otumba Atoyebe, and the past president of Nectar 94 Club, Chief Rotimi Awodoyeri. Ladies and gentlemen, and also youths in the house, greatest Nigerian youths, articulate Nigerian youths, greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest Nigerian youths. I am Joe Semiola Bamiji Editor. I've received a number of criticisms as to the name I'm using, Fredrick Joe. Fredrick is actually my English name. It's not a borrowed name. It's my name actually. But I love the sound of it. Then Joe is the combination of my names, Joe Semiola Bamiji Editor, which brought about Fredrick Joe. I was also paid very respectable recognition of my parents in the house, Mr. and Mrs. Joe Simi. it's a book of poems, The Proficient Beginning. I've been writing for about 14 years now, and it's a passion that grows in me. It's something I love doing. I studied economics in school, but it has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. Economics is just for me to know the business side and how to call our fathers to drop big money to support this vision. The literacy aspect is what I'm doing. And what brought about the levels of excellence is this. I went to a faith-based school, Joseph Ayobala University, and I saw that despite it being a faith-based school, I saw the level of disintegration. Youths walking on the lost track. Youth that are still sleeping in the having a very deep sleep at 28 and 30. You know, I happen to be many of us in Nigeria today that are youths are prisoners. Not because we are actually in Kirikiri or Panti, but if you do not have a reason for your living, then you are actually a prisoner. You must have a reason for living, otherwise you'll be in a prison. Then I thought to myself that a book has to be formed. Somebody has to steer the vision of making it known that according to economics, equilibrium is achieved when demand intersects with supply. But according to success, it is when determination intersects with hard work, then you meet success. The meeting point is what is called success. Are we there? So I thought to myself that somebody has to steer this vision and let youths know that it's not until you walk through the crooked maze looking for shortcuts, a fast way to get to the destination. You can actually walk in a road of integrity, dignity, modesty, and actually become somebody. Not all of us, there's nobody sitting on the table today that has once perhaps been a robber or been, no, there's a way you score robbery now. They give it different types of name. I won't go to mention the names, they give it very interesting names. It starts with Y and ends with O, and it goes on and on like that. Saying, we are not robbing, we are doing this or that. That's your difference, brothers and sisters. It's just a different way of spirit. With creativity, made with hard working, and brothers can become something. It can become something worthwhile, something worth emulating. And in the words of my mentor, Professor Emeritus, first African veteran, Professor Wale will say, stand for what is right, even if you are standing alone. Is somebody still there? Am I communicating? Yes. Stand for what is right, even if you are standing alone. That is why I'm listening together, and it's not ready. 20 minutes. Or I have to do an appropriate time for it to push it to the market. A time where I know it is the best of time to make it available to everyone who wishes to read, and everyone who wishes to do the best way to lead a life of discipline and a life of success. And I am a leader. And because I am a leader, I'm supposed to be a mentor. Somebody whose behavior is worth emulating. Somebody whose attitude is worth emulating. And not a robber. Is somebody still listening? That is why this book was put together. I thank you all for making it here today. I am deeply grateful that words cannot qualify how happy I am for dignitaries present here today. I so much thank you all. The good things that's happening among us will never cease. And for everyone that has been present here to honor this book launch, your families, your household will never know bitterness. I went to Joseph Ayobala, so I still have some amount of anointing on my tongue. Is somebody still there? So let me follow you. Of the land. I'm prophesying to everyone present here today, and to everyone that will be launching billions here today, that the pocket of the given will never come back. For that, I'm represented too by association. So, every week I will encourage you to get a copy. It's very important. The 11 goals of excellence. The back view gives the summary about the whole thing in the book, and it's very important. I didn't just write for writing's sake or for getting for buying unnecessary airtime. I wrote it so that people, my colleagues, and those a bit older than us can gain from it and know that as Nigerians, it has been a former proverb that if you want to add something from a black man, put it in a book. Meaning that Nigerians don't read, blacks don't read. I want to start correcting that impression. There are many secrets in books. Books from people like John Maxwell, people like Benkasi, people like Fredrick Joe, that are available for people to read and know something. And after reading it, I bet you, follow the steps in it. And I guarantee that your life will only improve for the better. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Feynman and Jamali Communications.
Please.
And distinguished guests from the lower table here, and ladies and gentlemen on the higher table. Yes, I have not had the opportunity to read, but I have had an insight into the book. And you'll be shocked I have an insight into the book without reading it. Because I have a feeling, if I'm right, that the author is a member of Winners Chapel. Am I right? CAC. Okay. I started my full Christian life as a CAC member in the city of Chicago under Pastor Way and in association with the son of Prophet Abia and Kelly Abraham. So we are together. And I was CAC almost, there's something we had or until I came back. So I had to say my mind with them. Now, let me say this. Probably I won't be here today. And I have so many reasons why I shouldn't be here today. But I just saw a text message. I don't know this guy, Fredrick Joe. I'm seeing him for the first time. And I don't know, I can't recall I know the mother. So I want to say I have seen her for almost 5 years in the 80s and 70s. But I saw her today. Even though the father is the director, assistant director in Lagos Studio, I can't recall having seen him before. So I saw him today. But one thing is sure, this guy sent me a text message and said the mother said he should invite him to his book launch. He put the title, and I replied, I'm not too sure I can recall who is your mom, but can you give me more